Okay, so got a new couple of tools in my arsenal here. A new camera. Also have a lav mic, and we'll see how this works out. So, we got today is no heat call. We got about 4 inches of snow last night. So, excuse the wind, but it is what it is. Alright, so disconnect's on. I checked downstairs. Everything's calling, doing what it should be downstairs. I do not hear a draft motor at all. So, okay. Be another screw holding this on somewhere right there. And right here. Alright, should be a little flash code somewhere. And it's right there. It's kind of hard to see. You guys probably can't really see it. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 flashes. I think that's a draft inducer fault. We check up here. Flash code, flash code, flash code. Here we go. 6 flashes. Induced draft motor fault. Okay. So first things first. Well, she spins. Woo! She toasty though. Okay, so we can assume that it's getting power because she toasty. Let's see if I can get this out of here. And there should be, yeah, right up in there, there's a capacitor. We'll check that. I can easily enough just determine if we do have power though. So my power is coming off of the board here, combustion motor, and also one side of this capacitor, which you guys probably can't really see. So here and here. 212 volts. So we have power. So, easiest thing, since this does the spinny spin, let's check out this capacitor and make sure that she's not dead. Come on, you. Alright, so we can get our hand up in here. Capacitor, 4 microfarad, 370. So change this guy over to MFD, and we are gonna get we're at 4.1. So our capacitor is good. Our draft motor is officially kaput. So I'm gonna call it in, model and serial number, and see if any of my suppliers have it. See if we can get this running today. Okay, so just got off the phone with my supplier. They don't have the whole assembly in stock, but they do have the individual components, meaning the motor and the 2 fan blades. So we'll get all 3 of those. One of my guys actually is pretty close to my supplier, so he's going to pick it up and drop it off to us. And before he gets here, what we can do, since we're doing individual components, we can not sink into the giant hole in the roof. We can just remove this for right now. Should be another wire. And there's one under there. It's always a pain in the butt to get. And there's usually one down low and behind that's a pain in the butt. So let me get a hand nut driver. I have a long extension, but it's all the way in the truck. I should have. Let's see. See what I got. And this guy. That'll work. Thought I had a. Oh, it's 1/4 inch. All right. Some metal stuck in there. Let's get these out. And surprisingly, when I called them, they didn't have the gasket, so we're just gonna have to make do without it for now. Because I just gotta get heat to my customer. Urgh. Wow. Come on. There we go. Let's see if we can get this off and save 90% of that gasket. Hey, that's not too bad. That's not that bad. Like I said, just gonna have to make do with what we got. Buster blower. I don't know why that's zip tied into every line, but it is. Alrighty. So this might be new enough that I can actually get this wheel off. If that's the case, we're in good shape. If not, I'll have to cut it with the Sawzall. Not that big of a thing. Ready? Let's see if these come off without a fight. Oh yeah, she's gonna fight. Oh wow. I got one off, not the other one. So we're just going to cut our losses. We're going to get a Sawzall and just cut this because I got all the pieces for the new one. So you should be here shortly. Let me go in and warm up a little bit, and then we'll come out with Sawzall that part when we have all our parts together. Okay, so I got my box parts here. Good old Sawzall. And get this thing apart. Okie dokie. So, should be able to just add a little haircut. Kind of don't want to stick my fingers in there. Let's see. There we go. Of course, put that right in the snow. Train. Ready? Motor. All right, so same motor, right? The only difference with this, I think this is the only one that they had, and it crosses to it, is that this has a centrifugal switch on the end, which we're not going to use. Doesn't worry about it. And our capacitor is direct to the motor. But if you look at the specs, the spectaculars of this, same motor. So 3450 RPM, 3450 RPM, 208 volt, 0.43 amps. All right. So all we have to do is a little bit different on the wiring, because this has a third wire for the capacitor. Not a big deal. And we're just not going to use this Hall effect sensor on the back. Very simple. But otherwise, exactly the same. This is more of the normal carrier style. This one, instead of having the Hall effect sensor that goes to the board to sense the rotation of the draft motor, this has a vacuum switch. cooling blade. Let's make sure I got this in the right direction. I'm pretty sure it goes like this if I remember. Yeah, fit. Just double checking myself. I've been wrong before. Okay, that's that. And then our new squirrel cage. It simply drops on there like that. Okay, so my blower wheel here is gonna go like so. I can find the flats. There we go. Kind of killed this Allen wrench. That's okay. Okay, that's going nowhere. Let's get this back in place. Our gasket actually isn't that bad. Wish I had one, but you know, you can only work with what they got. I'm pretty sure I was lucky to get the motor because a lot of the other places have been, my other manufacturers have been kind of back ordered on stuff. So supply's been pretty craptacular lately with many things. Whoop. Oh. Kneeling in the snow. It's not fun. I gotta get myself in here to see this hole in the back. Come on. Come on. Oh. There's that. This one in there. And there was one more in the back. Under here. Great. Well, I didn't put that squirrel cage deep enough. My fault. My fault. Things happen. Let me fix that. I'm hitting the screw head inside. See? Can't be perfect all the time. What I'm hitting right now is that there's a screw head right there. So that just means that this blower wheel has to go a little further in, which isn't a big deal. It's just annoying. Win some, lose some, right? So that's touching right there. So right there should be more than enough clearance. Give me the clearance, Clarence. Yeah, more better. Ah, damn it. Okay. So we're not using these wires here, so we're not going to worry about them. The only wires we need to worry about are these, and it doesn't matter which one goes where, but one of them needs to come up and go to the combustion motor tab here, and the other one is going to be this yellow wire here, which goes, there's a little extension right here on these, so I should be able to unclip there and clip that back in. So basically what we did is we got rid of this capacitor. This capacitor had that purple wire and 2 yellow wires, so we just took the yellow wire off of here, right, and then put it directly to one of those powers. This here, all of these guys here, this is all the old motor stuff, trying to neaten things up. And this is not connected to anything. That was just, it's an extra option that this doesn't have, whatever that goes to. This is probably for a high fire or something. Yeah, this went to a gas valve, a multi-stage gas valve, which this does not have. So these guys just need to be bound up together. This is the pigtail I just took off. I'm going to leave that in there in case we ever need it again. And we're just going to, for right now, we're going to use this wire just to hold these together. There's the other end of it. The other end of you. Oh, there it is. Basically, just get these together. Put this here. This here. Get a zip tie for that. Let's see if I have one in my bag. I don't have a zip tie in my bag, but I'll get one. Let me just use a piece of tape for right now, just so we can see everything. I'll get a zip tie after the fact, and then this can just hang out down there because we don't need it. Move everything out of here. Drop that in the snow. Alright, click that on. There's our draft motor. There's our flame. Alright. One thing I do want to do, even though this unit is pretty new, the 2021, and of course, out of warranty, what I want to do first, just to make sure, I just want to make sure that the heat exchanger is okay. There's no reason why it shouldn't be, but it takes us 2 seconds to check. Okay. obviously looks brand new, and this thing had to have run at some point this season. It has been cold, but just in case we make a little bit of smoke, I'll pop that in there so we don't meet the fire department. Draft inducer. That was really fast. Yeah, draft inducer. Blower. Flames look good, nice and blue all the way through. We're just going to make sure that the blower turns on, which is no reason why it shouldn't. Get that out of the snow. And there's our blower. So this doesn't use a belt to use an axial fan drive. It's a big plastic. I'll actually show it to you. Let me put this cover on first. So there's a style the motor is using. So this whole thing is a heat sink. The heat sensor for your heat exchanger there. There's the upper one too. That's the new style of motors. All right, so just gotta get everything back together again and get all the stuff cleared off the roof, and we're done with this. Hey, Seagull, don't poop on me, please. All right, so let me get this all cleaned up. You don't need to see me put all the panels back on, but I'll get a zip tie for that because I gotta take everything down, and come back with a zip tie those wires in place, put all the panels back, and we're off to the next call.